Let's look now at building some blues scales from some different pitches. Let's go ahead and start from C. If you haven't watched the video on building blues scales yet, you should watch that. It can give you some extra help. So let's start from C. Remember, the blues scale has a 1, a lowered 3, a 4, a raised 4, a 5, and a lowered 7. Here's the C major scale. So 1 is C, 2 doesn't exist in this scale, but 3 lowered does, so the lowered 3 would be an E flat. Then we have a 4, which is F, a raised 4, which is F sharp, a 5, which is G, and a lowered 7. Well, 7 would be B natural, so lowered 7 would be B flat. So our C blues scale would be C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, B flat, and C. In terms of fingering, again, one of the main things you want to do is make sure your hand has a nice curved position. Feel as if there's a golf ball or an egg in your palm to keep that nice and curved there. Play on the pads of your fingers, not totally on the tips and not on a flat finger. And try as best as you can to keep your thumb off of black pitches. When you're going under, make a quick under. Don't hop over like that. Thumb quickly under my second finger. And then once I flip under, the rest of my fingers get in place. So here we are, C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, B flat, and C. Let's try that together at quarter note equals 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's go to the key of F now. F major scale. Same thing. 1, lowered 3, 4, raised 4, 5, and lowered 7. 1 would be F. The 3 would be A, so a lowered 3 is A flat. 4 is B flat. Raised 4 would be a B natural. 5 would be C. 7 would be E, so lowered 7 is E flat. And back to the 1. So we have F, A flat, B flat, B, C, E flat, and F. Remember, the idea is to keep your thumb off the black pitches, so we don't want our thumb to be playing on this A flat, B flat, or this E flat. So probably a good fingering would be 1, 2, 3 down here, flip under to 1 here, and play 1, 2, 3 here, and start over again. So we have F, A flat, B flat, B, C, E flat, and F again. Let's do this one together at quarter note equals 60. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. The blues scale from G. G major scale. One sharp, and that's F sharp. So if we were to start from G, 1, 3 would be a B, so lowering the 3 by a half step is a B flat. 4 would be C, raised 4 is C sharp. 5 would be D. 7 would be F sharp, but lowering the 7 makes it F. So we get G, B flat, C, C sharp, D, F natural. Keep your thumb off the black pitches, which in this case would be B flat and C sharp. Okay, so let's go for this one. Probably a good fingering on this one. 1, 2, back to 1, curve under to 1 on the C, 2, 1, and 2. Another way you could do this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 and 2. That's a very comfortable fingering there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and try this one. Here we go. Let's put our metronome on to 60 again. And try this one together, the G blues scale. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. All right. Key of B flat now. Key of B flat has two flats, B flat and E flat. B flat major scale, B flat C, D, E flat, F, G, A, and B flat. Okay, so 1, lowered 3. Well, 3 would be D, so lowered 3 would be D flat. 4 is E flat. Raised 4 is E natural. 5 is F. And the 7 would be A natural, so the lowered 7 would be A flat. B flat, D flat, E flat, E, F, A flat, and D flat. This is a difficult one because in order to flip under, you might find yourself getting in a spot here in the next octave. So this one, we might have to come up with an idea where we do put our thumb on a black pitch. Let's try to find where the best place for that is. Probably on the B flat. You'll find that a lot of people don't play these scales up and down over several octaves like we would practice major scales. The blues scale is done more as a melodic, a scale that is used to create melodies, so we don't hear or practice those scales in long succession. Let's go ahead and put our thumb on the black pitch here on B flat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Here we go. Let's practice this one at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And there's the 4 blues scales that we're requiring for this unit: C, F, G, and B flat.